franchise in focus today is Lucknow Super Giants. What do they need, Pratyush, to set it right now?
They need everything. They need everything. They need to first and foremost they need to decide where his captain is going to bat. But at that position, they need someone for international experience who can win them matches.
Yeah.
And Rishabh Pant can't be your finisher.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. The biggest issue is their biggest buy.
Yeah.
I mean, they will have to take that call. They might stick with those two spinners. They need an international fast bowler. What RCB did by adding Josh Hazlewood, they need to, if Mitchell Starc is available, go all the money.
Welcome to TOI Sports. This is Sahil Malhotra joined by Pratyush Raj in a new segment ahead of IPL retention releases and the mini auction next month. Who needs what is what we are going to discuss, and the franchise in focus today is Lucknow Super Giants. A giant franchise, record bid for Rishabh Pant, not an ideal season. What do they need, Pratyush, to set it right now?
They need everything. They need everything. They need to first and foremost they need to decide where his captain is going to bat.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Second, they invested so much on the fast bowler, fast bowling.
Indian fast bowler.
It looked very thin.
Yeah.
Mostly because of Mayank Yadav's injury also, and Akashdeep is not a white ball bowler.
Yeah.
And again, because they're top heavy, who are their finishers? They're dependent. They're banking on Abdul Samad, Ayush Badoni, and Shahbaz Ahmed. Again, the Indian finishers.
Yeah.
But at that position, they need someone for international experience who can win them matches.
Yeah.
And Rishabh Pant can't be your finisher.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. The biggest issue is their biggest buy.
Yeah, biggest issue is their biggest buy, because they clearly need to decide where to bat Rishabh Pant, because the top three is decided. The top three was firing on all cylinders. Yeah. Nicholas Pooran at 3. You had Aiden Markram and Mitchell Marsh setting the ball, rolling at top of the order. But Pratyush, even if you get the batting sorted, even if you get the fast bowlers, Digvesh Rathi can't be a lead spinner in the IPL. He has done phenomenally well. He exceeded expectations, my personal expectations, because I've seen him from close quarters since his age group days. But again, Ravi Bishnoi was not at all in control last season. So you need one quality spinner, if I may add to what you were just talking. But how do they get that? Because they clearly need a lot of money and they can't think of even releasing Rishabh Pant, if you are trying to suggest that.
To release, I think going forward, Mayank Yadav is something that we can break it here. Mayank Yadav is gone for the season.
Yeah.
Maybe he's still rehabbing. So I think Mayank Yadav, they will release for sure. They will release Akashdeep for sure. Avesh Khan for sure.
Yeah.
But whether, I mean, Ravi Bishnoi had a very underwhelming season. But he's an Indian spinner.
Yeah.
And Digvesh Rathi, my biggest concern is always the second season syndrome.
Yeah.
That hits, right? So, I mean, they will have to take that call. They might stick with those two spinners. They need an international fast bowler. What RCB did by adding Josh Hazlewood, they need to, if Mitchell Starc is available, go all the money.
Now, if you remember, that's what Gautam Gambhir did when he was at LSG. He had people like Mark Wood, Dushmantha Chameera. He was relying on all pace. I understand where their fear would have stemmed from, because the Lucknow wicket, it can be day and night on a different day. That's the kind of contrasting nature Lucknow wicket has presented in the IPL from what we have seen ever since LSG have broken into the IPL scene. Now, Pratyush, we have kind of figured what do they need, but how do they get that? That is all we have touched by releasing their fast bowlers. But what's the biggest concern right now?
The biggest concern.
Let's not mention the owner right now, because that's off the field.
The owner is very invested, I think, and I think he needs to calm down also. And the biggest concern will be with where Rishabh Pant is going to bat.
Yeah.
What is best suited for him? Can Nicholas Pooran come down at 4 and you get Pant at 3? Because he's a batter who needs 10 ball to get his eyes in, and then he can go all bonkers. But with Nicholas Pooran, he gives you that he can start right away. He can give you that 20 ball 60s, but a Rishabh Pant can't give you a 25 ball 60 or a 20 ball 50. So biggest concern will be Rishabh Pant and the fast bowlers. They need quality fast bowlers, and whether they will be tempted to release Ravi Bishnoi and bring in a quality spinners that in the market, in the auction pool, will have to see how many quality spinners are there. to pick.
You know, there's a lot of sense of optimism in the way you mentioned about look for a quality spinner, but I don't really see a lot of quality spinners getting into that auction pool. Their best bet could have been a trade with a franchise, maybe lure someone like a Punjab Kings to release their Yuzvendra Chahal. I doubt that's going to happen. But in all, you know, we've always spoken a lot about LSG owners being very invested and those visuals of KL Rahul and all that jazz. But you also need to take into account that this is going to be a completely overall setup in the backroom staff. Now you've seen Zaheer Khan has exited, Bharat Arun has come, again a very sharp brain. Justin Langer is there, Kane Williamson is there, Tom Moody is there. So I think अपने 11 से बेहतर पीछे का 11 इन्होंने assemble कर दिए. So अभी ये देखना पड़ेगा how this franchise kind of plans and strategizes for the retention release. So you keep watching TOS Sports. In our new segment, Who Needs What, we'll keep building up to the mini auction next month. Keep bringing you all the updates from Ground Zero. Who's releasing who is bringing in who. So like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to stay notified because you will get all the updates from the world of IPL here. So don't go anywhere.